This is a Beautiful World.
Heather McTeer Toney is a force of nature. She's the first African-American woman to become mayor of Greenville, Mississippi. She served as regional administrator for the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and now as the national field director of Moms Clean Air Force, she's at the helm of a powerful group of passionate climate activists.
It is an amazing organization. Moms Clean Air Force is comprised of almost 1.2 million moms, dads, grandmas, cousins, aunts, uncles from across the country that are committed to protecting our children from the harmful impacts of climate change and air pollution.
McTeer Toney says climate change is the social justice movement of our time.
I'm from Mississippi. I'm from the Mississippi Delta, and I'm an African-American woman who has worked in these spaces for some years. And I know that vulnerable communities, communities of color, indigenous communities are often left out of the conversation and not a part of these critical pieces of policy that are being developed that impact us.
McTeer Toney says climate change is already happening.
The reality is we're experiencing climate change now. I'm sitting in Mississippi looking at snow falling. And a lot of it, and it's probably going to fall for quite some time. Yes, it's in December, but believe it or not, this is not normal for us.
Moms Clean Air Force is an ardent advocate on Capitol Hill, in state legislatures, and in local city halls.
What we do is we advocate for policy that supports climate action, like 100% clean energy. There's a new 100% clean energy bill that was introduced by Congressman McTeer about 2 weeks ago.
The bill seeks to achieve a 100% clean economy no later than the year 2050. Fred Krupp, president of the Environmental Defense Fund, says achieving this ambitious target means the U.S. will not produce any more climate pollution than we can successfully remove from the atmosphere. That will require transforming the way we generate energy, manufacture products, transport goods, and grow our food to ensure we limit and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. We need to rapidly drive down climate pollution across the entire economy and across the entire country.
It is definitely putting us on the path to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do in our country and not be reliant on fossil fuels, not pump CO2 in the air, that we become the leaders in technology and innovation, that we're moving towards a zero carbon energy platform, and that we're doing it fairly and equitably across this country.
Moms Clean Air Force not only supports climate change legislation, it encourages moms and dads to run for office themselves.
Running for office is a great way to be involved. I encourage people to run for office all the time, but sometimes people are a little timid. So there's another avenue, and that is being appointed or serving on a local board or commission, or seeking to be involved in that way. That maybe doesn't take up as much time. I know moms are busy. I certainly am. And this is another avenue that we found that has been very, very influential and powerful.
McTeer Toney says absolutely anybody can get involved. In many places, there are seats sitting wide open.
Every mayor has got a bunch of seats that have to be filled. So, pick up the phone, call your local city hall, ask them for a list of all the boards and commissions and what are the open seats, and go from there. There's always a starting place. And as you say, bloom where you're planted.
That was Heather McTeer Toney, National Field Director of Moms Clean Air Force. I'm Heather McElhatton, and this is A Beautiful World, NPR News.
Brought to you with help from the Pohlad Family Foundation.